Steiner Shipyard is a small family-owned and operated business in Wheelabrator, Alabama. But don't let their size fool you. With strong ties to the local community, Steiner is taking their services worldwide, from commercial fishing trawlers to the bright lights of Hollywood. Helping them develop a cutting-edge process and a streamlined production line is Wheelabrator and their 8-wheel monorail machine.
We've actually built vessels that was over 200 foot long and as small as 60 foot long. We years ago started out building wood vessels, and it didn't take us long before we found out that people really wanted steel vessels. When steel comes in our yard, it is unloaded at the Wheelabrator building. And the first thing we do before we start construction is we prepare our metal, and then we give it the first coat of paint before we even start our construction.
Wheelabrator plays a big part in our shipyard. Every piece is pre-cut, and from there, if we have to bend it or break it or roll it, we roll it, and from there it goes through the machine. It's pre-blasted, it's painted, primed with a zinc primer, and it goes to the construction site. In inclement weather, you can actually work in there and paint because the machine creates enough heat as a plate or angle comes out that you can paint it, and as soon as it's painted, it's dry. So you're not affected by weather as much as you are outside.
The Wheelabrator helps us keep our work away from the other job while it's being done, and it doesn't slow up our production.
It's a pretty simple machine to run. It's 2 guys will run it, and we run an 8-hour shift and can blast and paint what would take 4 guys 3 weeks out here to do.
You don't really have overhead with a Wheelabrator when you're not using it, but it's very easy to be automated in the Wheelabrator business.
With us having our own machine, we don't have to wait on anybody. We can do it at our leisure, and if we need something special dropped in line, we can do it. We can stop at any time and run something if we need to. Well, the alternative is either have another company do it for you, which sometimes they'll put you behind somebody else and you may have to wait. It may hold up your production. And when the times are busy, the cost is so much more.
Our niche has always been building a vessel, not so much of the size, but trying to build vessels that's simple, that do float. And we're able to do it and stay in business, and we've been in business over 50 years. The Wheelabrator has been a very, very important part of our business. And even when we downsized and we maybe would have sold some other equipment, one piece of equipment that we would keep if we're going to stay in business is the Wheelabrator. And really, if I was going to start over, one of the first pieces of equipment I would buy would be a Wheelabrator.
In an industry where Wheelabrator parts and equipment are often imitated, Steiner Shipyard proves that there's no substitute for the real thing. With Wheelabrator on their side, Steiner has taken their family-owned Wheelabrator shipyard worldwide. Unyielding customer service and unrivaled quality construction. One more way how Wheelabrator is helping to shape the industry of the future.